This is my question answer from web analytics professional. I'm sitting here with Erica Smith. Her occupation is director of marketing, and the company she works for is Clerkbase. She has 2 years here at Clerkbase. That's correct.
4 years at Clerkbase, 2 years really doing web analytics.
Beautiful. Okay, so I'm just going to jump right into these questions if that's okay with you. So, what attracted you to become a web analyst?
Well, it was just part and parcel to the marketing job, really. It's, it wasn't something that I sought out specifically.
Yeah, just kind of morphed into it. And
Well, yeah,
do you like doing it?
it's not bad.
No.
I wish I had more time to really concentrate on it,
Hmm.
but I mean, the you don't know and you can't know what your marketing's doing without the analytics to back
That's
it up.
exactly it. That's what they say over and over again. And a lot of companies don't put that extra time into it that they need to put into it, the man hours. Now, why should companies do web analytics? Do you think?
Well, for that very reason, because you don't know what's working, what isn't,
And that's it.
uh, and where your greatest impact is. Otherwise you're just
Yeah,
spending
you're
money
just
randomly.
throwing money into the dark is basically what you're doing. Okay, and if you were to try to describe like web analytics to my children, how would you do that?
I would say that uh, web analytics is how we find out who comes to the website, where they go when they come to the website, what they like to look at, and how long they stay. And it's where those people are from and how they found our website.
Yeah, that's a pretty good. That's pretty simple.
Yeah.
And what advice would you give to a analytics professional that's just starting out, like it, just starting to jump into it? What would you basically? What kind of advice would you give me?
um, to not accept that it's not necessary. Um, that it is definitely worth the time and effort you put into doing it.
That's a good point. Now, what are your favorite tools? Do you have any favorite tools you work with?
Well, we have a embedded chat program on our website,
Okay.
so people can message us and we can message them about with questions about our products and services.
Yeah.
And that chat program provides analytic data for all visitors to the website.
Oh, really?
So it's really got a nice comprehensive reporting system.
Yeah.
And I also so I like that very much. But
Oh, that
my
sounds nice.
my
Yeah.
standby is Google Analytics.
Yeah, and is that kind of your staple, basically?
Yes, I
Okay.
really don't. I have a personal website as well, and
Yeah.
I use Google Analytics for that and nothing else.
Yeah. I mean, just basically, I've just been introduced to it, and I can see the capabilities there. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sorry, I'm referring to my questions here. Um, have you used Smart Goals to complete your task at all in the past? Or?
I'm not.
No.
It's something I want to get more into, but really, it's a matter of uh, everyone here. Their primary job is customer service,
Yeah.
and that comes before anything else. So I need to be able to free up more time before I invest
Before
in
you
it.
can
But I
actually
think
set
it's
a smart goal.
worthwhile.
Oh, absolutely. Okay. And you answered that. My next question was like, what about Google Analytics and this and that? So you do use Google Analytics, and
Yes.
what when you're using Google Analytics, what are you primarily using it for? Is there a couple of things that you use it for? Or is it just do you look at bounce rates, or what are you looking off of?
A little bit of bounce rates, but mostly we look at where the traffic's going, like what pages they're looking at,
Yeah.
and where the traffic's coming from, and that's geographic because we our marketing is to clerks and other employees of local government.
Okay, I can see that would be really beneficial.
Hmm.
Okay, now do you do any A/B split testing at all, like for your landing pages or anything?
No.
No, you don't do any of that. Okay. And what's something that analysts might take for granted that they should probably focus a little bit more on? That they really, you know, if someone was to say, just bring up bounce rates, like would you, as far as your bounce rate goes, would you pay more attention to that, or is there something you should pay more attention to that like you weren't paying attention to in the beginning?
I think what people tend to take for granted is like this these scattergun approach to
Yeah.
analytics when you need to identify what's important to you within the spectrum of analytics and focus on that.
Okay. Oh, that's a great answer. Okay. And any analytic myths that stand out in your world right now?
Honestly, I'm not aware of any analytic myths.
Basically, like, it's all numbers oriented and like, just like boring, this and that. Like that's kind of like the myths that are about like analytics. People are like more afraid of the word than they are the actual like, job of analytics. I think is
Oh,
the whole
well,
thing. That's what
okay.
they mean by myths, I believe.
All right. Well, in terms of analytics, it sounds like hard number crunching, and it's there's numbers involved.
Yeah.
Yes, it's math,
Yeah.
but it's also behavior.
Mm,
So if you're at all interested in the social aspect of what's happening on your website, analytics will tell you where it is.
perfect. And how do you collect your data? I think you already covered that. And do you have like industry benchmarks that are set for like other clerk-based type of competitors?
Thing is, there's not very many of us, and we tend to be proprietary. So I couldn't tell you. I mean, a benchmark is how many clients do you have?
Mm,
Um, that's
yeah, and then you're just building on that at that
yeah.
point. Is there anything you'd like to add? I can't thank you enough for this interview.
Oh, it's my
really
pleasure.
just, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
All right, and have